Hey everybody, I'm Crow. Welcome back to Dark Cloud. The wind level, it was so bad. I got beat up so much. I had to leave so many times. All the things here are just so powerful. I kept running out of repair powders because the things here don't actually let me steal them, and I was reliant on that. I kept getting poisoned, and the Fairy King doesn't sell antidotes, and I was too lazy to go to other places. So we suffered a lot. But for Tone is the only one I've really worked on. I upgraded his sword into the Dark Cloud, and then upgraded that into the Seventh Heaven, which, by the way, why is the Dark Cloud not an ultimate weapon? Why is that a pen ultimate weapon? It even, like, it was like black, and it kind of looked like the final form of the Dark Genie, and I was like, that's cool. And then it turned into this, and I was like, what happened? But I got the Drain Seeker or something, and I put it in here, so it has a drain effect. When we kill things, he gets health back. But we don't have to worry about that because everything in here has so much health that it's irrelevant. He basically doesn't get to kill things. As we got on further and further, I realized Osmund's really the only one who can kill anything in here. I would have needed his fully upgraded Chronicle Sword to kill stuff, and even then, everything in here has like 5,000 health. I basically have to rely on the Execute for a lot of things, especially these Alexander guys. Like, the blocking, it's so much, and they poison. Like, for all the other floors, it's like, oh, well, this thing will poison you if you're not careful. I'm like, okay, I steal antidotes from them. That's irrelevant. But these guys hit me, and I'm like, what have I done? And then I suffer. And then I suffer some more. I ran out of premium chicken just healing, and as we go on in the floors, everything gets so much more health and does so much more damage. I feel the pain. Oh cool, this was just one side room then. Either way, we are about to escape this forever, and hopefully the holy floors are much nicer than these ones. You got the key, because that's what it had to be. I keep upgrading this, but only attack, endurance, speed, and MP go up when you upgrade it. So the last, like, 18 upgrades or so have been completely pointless. But that's okay. It still has a really big number next to it. The Alexanders are a big offender, but these space guns are like the worst. Osmund is like the only one who can hurt them. Everybody else, like, they're immune to every element except for lightning, and they like take heavily reduced from that. Ruby only does like 17 damage to them because she has to have an element. This is what Osmund does without an element. I'm like, how do you even? If you get anywhere near them as a melee, like with Tone, you just get beat up. And what you even want to do is charge attack, it doesn't do as much damage as one of Osmund's. Like, I'm glad I'm not just pickpocketing stones and stuff now, but oof. There's like a certain range here. That's right here, where they... 7,165, that's just the health they had left. These enemies have like 10,000 health. 8,000-ish, at least. I don't remember what I was saying. I think it was something along the lines of there's like a distance where they won't charge at you. And it's right here. They'll walk towards me if I get farther away, but if I get closer, they'll do the dash at me. So basically, a lot of my life has just been sitting here trying to kill them like this. Unfortunately, this basically means that you're waiting for the proc to go off, and even with Osmund's really efficient weapons, it wastes a lot of time. I got to the point where, oh my god, just like 5 floors ago or something, like, Osmund was poisoned and had like 4 health left, and there was no fountains on the level, and I didn't have any food or any way to cure it. So I was like, oh my god, and his weapon was super low durability too, so I'm like, okay, we don't have Osmund's weapons, and nobody else really does damage. How do we do this? So I used all of the bombs that I pickpocketed from stuff, like these things and the bomb head guys, and I think they actually do percentage damage, because they were hitting for like 800. I'm like, this is good. If only I didn't need to use all 10 of them to kill one enemy. So I started trying to group them up and stuff, but it was bad. Like, I got everybody's weapons to, like, 1 durability, and I didn't have any repair powder either. So I was just walking around, and there's this space gun whose, like, his life bar was basically where the sea was. And I was like, how am I going to get you without Osmund? Why is this so difficult? He was, of course, the one that had the thing. I killed, like, everything else. Also, I might have mentioned this in a previous episode when I got it, but I don't remember if I did. I got another one of these axes. I thought this was like, well, when they were like, Goro, your father left this axe for you. Like, I didn't realize it was just, like, he bought it at a store and gave it to him or something. Because I found another one of his father's, like, battle axe things in a chest. I was like, I thought this was special, but it wasn't. And now I don't feel so bad about losing it. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, or if you can even hear it. Does it show up on there? I have to sit, like, at a 90-degree angle from the computer with my legs facing away from it, because my controller is finally dying after all these years. It's just because the last stupid chair I had was too big, so the cord, because of how low it is, like, it's by my right leg, coming up towards me, like, the chair would run it over because it was too big before. So the wire has all kinds of problems. And now it's basically just to the point of tilting me. Because sometimes it just disconnects, and then I'm standing there getting murderized and I can't move. Satan's Ring. Ring with fearful spell made by Satan. It actually has a demon with horns on it. I wasn't expecting that to be a thing that was in this video game. But apparently it is. Is this really the holy floor? I expected this to look a lot more white. I mean, I guess the other ones were only slight variations of the same thing. Like, this is still just one tower, but I'm like... Oh, it's a statue dog! I remember these guys. You're from the first dungeon. You're gonna block a lot, and it's gonna make me really sad. Did that say 11,000? Please tell me that was just 1,000 and that he blocks a lot. Where do I need to be? I've never seen them fold out like this before. I never really looked at them. That's kind of cool how they actually, like, perfectly fold into their shape. That's kind of satisfying to look at. Like, just the way, look, like, the way the teeth go in. I can't believe they accommodated that. This is gonna take forever, I'm sad. Get rocked! 1 damage. Do I have anything else in here? I have bombs, right? Maybe bombs will do amazing, super good damage. Bombs do bomb things. It's a rock. See, they do 162 damage, but there was a point in time where they only did like 44 a few times. See, that's kind of noticeable-ish. Bombs can hit you? I threw it. Oh. Well. Is there an item in this world that increases one's beauty, I wonder? I have something like that. What? What is it? I looked it up because I never knew where to do this. If Jabubu is in his house, and only when he's in his house, which I think is only one point in time in the day, I had to wait here for quite a while, then when you talk to him, he asks that question. But there's no prompt for it, and no reason to think he would want it any otherwise. Oh, this is... It sure is amazing. So this is the famed foundation. I'll take it, thank you. Please accept this in return. A clay doll. It's like a caveman's toy. But at your young age, you might like it. For real, dude? In all the times I played this game, I never found out what to do with them. Hi, my name is Mahina. Mania? Collector of rare moon items. I collect old items. Do you have any for me? I've never gotten this before, and now I've used it. To complete the quest. Whoa, cool. Where did you get that clay doll? An ancient figurine, clay doll, made by an ancient people. And this model is, like, totally rare. There's only a couple dozen of them. Can I please have it, please? Sure. Yatta! Yes, thank you very much. But... I see, I guess you can't, huh? Oh, I know. I will give you my treasure in return. Here. Son acquired. Don't waste your breath telling me to give it back. I'm keeping this. This will be my new treasure. Thank you very much. It is one single, supremely powerful augment. What it does is plus 10 to attack, plus 10 to all elements, and plus 3 to all slayers. I wish we had this before. Actually, you know what? No, I don't. Because we beat the game without it, and then the Chronicle Sword broke. So now this can actually be useful to us now. But 10 to all elements. There is nothing else in the game that does 10 to multiple elements. It's 1 per gem. So when you still need 40 of like a bunch of these, like that's a lot of level ups. We can only put 3 in at a time. So that's pretty huge. Pretty spiffy. I'm glad we finally finished that. I almost finished the game without doing that. In fact, we kind of did since this is overtime. Wow, the first thing we killed. That's awesome. I think the gem runs are the only way to really tell the element other than some light coloration stuff. They tend to not block quite so much, though. Normally they just do that, and then I back up a little bit. They're kind of neat. I don't actually understand how the elements go against each other, though. Like, I always thought it was like a generic fire and water, or fire and ice, and then wind and lightning, but then there's holy, so I'm like, are they just going in one direction? Because ice isn't weak to fire for some reason, it's weak to thunder as if it were water. I mean, I know that ice is a form of water. Black Knight Crest. But still. Found it. We have a bunch of backroom keys. I will blow those on the top floors. Black Knight Crest has been put in. And he watches us on every floor. Don't imagine we'll be quite as lucky on this one. That doesn't have evil bats. Wait a minute, why are you taking no damage? There were bats on a previous floor in here, but it wasn't that bad. You're a bat. How do you have... This bat has like 5,000 health. I'm doing 120 damage a shot. How? That never should have happened. Hey look, we found the exit. Now we just have to kill a bunch of demigod bats. See, I love the procs. It feels so good. You're like, I'm gonna have to blow... What is that? See, there's like one unique enemy for each set of floors. First it was, actually, starting from the second floor. The ice stuff. Starting from ice stuff. That's a fish thing. Because these guys all built up for the mummies. They're all variations of mummies. I believe those are the only new things. Because we got the skeleton with the flail. Ow. Then we got the skeleton with the bow thing? And then these? I think there was another? I just honestly, I can't even remember right now. All I know is that there was not much that was new. But it's still neat that they went and put them in. These bullets are like as big as you. How is this even possible? Lots of stone stuff, because there was the stone dogs as well, but apparently the living armor stuck around. And I guess they don't have eyes because they're having a hard time finding me. In that they never found me, oh my god, we got it. Anyhow, we're gonna keep on keeping on. I'm going to get to the 100th floor, and then stop and start grinding like crazy so that hopefully we can beat the Black Knight, who apparently lords over this tower. So thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you liked it. Later, everybody.